saying, I don't have any dollars today, but I'm wondering if anybody in the crowd knows and XT have in common. Anybody? Anybody? Party after? No.
She was at tonight's reception.
First and Laura.
Actually, the Port of Shelton, and what that means. Shelton is honored back in 2014 when the law became real for I-502 businesses. We actually have 6 of them on port property. So they're producer processors of cannabis. So we welcome them to our property. The unfortunate thing now is it's 5 years later and some aren't doing as great and some are doing very well. So we're looking to hopefully renew those leases or turn them into a new processor. The other mushrooms, we actually have a world-renowned mycologist. He has a company called Fungi Perfecti. He is on port property, and if anybody has heard of them, they're kind of the up-and-coming new trend of health. He is an inventor, has a farm in Camilche, which is in the Mason County area, and we were lucky enough to get him on port property, and he is occupying 6 5,000 square foot buildings to date. They continue to grow at a rate of about 40% a year. They have 97 employees, and one of the largest, as you'll see in a future slide, in Mason County. So we're lucky to have them, but they are just booming. So if you ever look up Paul Stamets, is his name, and he does great talks on all kinds of things, mushrooms. So, and then XT has nothing to do with anything except one of our tenants we were lucky enough to partner with on a CURB funding grant last year, actually, and they do a product, a fascia product that is a XT, it's just a wood treatment. So I just do that because it's not kind of drug related. So anyway, that was the life of the room. So, sorry, I'm not really. So, next slide. We are lucky enough to boast a variety of tenants. As you can see from this slide, it's just a combination of varying from RC flyers, they're, the remote control airplanes, to, like I said, Fungi Perfecti. We have DNR on our property. I'm not going to name them all, but you can see just a wide variety, and that actually is great for us because they make a diverse location rather than just having cannabis, for instance. So, like I said, we had 2019 top 50 Mason County employers came out, and we have 5 on our list. Fungi Perfecti being number 20. Oh, I guess we have 101 employees now, probably up today. Sims Vibration Laboratory. We're partnering with them to build a new building. Techwood and M&R Distributing. M&R happens to be one of those tier 3 producer processors, so they're very large. Port of Shelton, this is where we are located. Properties have consisted over the years of Sanderson Field is the large dot there in yellow. Johns Prairie Industrial is the medium-sized dot, and our smallest entity was the Oakland Bay Marina. And we were formed actually by the city donating the city dock to us in 1948. That will become quite interesting in this next couple of slides. Yeah. Commissioners are here in the room. They're the greatest ever. Sue Patterson, Dick Taylor, and Christy Beck. Happy to work with them. They do great things in our community and for the port. So, 2008 changes. Question was, should we sell the marina? I know that sounds really crazy, but our marina consisted of about 100 slips, so we're teeny tiny, and we had cost estimates looming just to replace one dock that served 50 tenants for about $3.2 million, just to replace it, not to add slips, not to create new revenue, anything else. So the big question was, I asked the commission, I was just promoted to the director in 2016, and it's probably a little bit of suicide to do this, but I came forward and I said, I don't think that we can afford replacing that dock. I don't really think it's going to bring any revenue. I think we ought to ask the citizens what they think and study the issue. And this was frightening. I mean, this was a really, these people were my friends. Sue Patterson actually is a tenant of the marina, not only my commissioner. These people came into our office, paid their bills. I've known them, I've been at the port since 2010. I've known them for years, and this was tough. We had, we first, as a board, talked about what that looked like to pay that price. What did our look like? So this slide shows that in red, they're outside the port district, and in green, they're inside. So those are some taxpayers, the red are not. And you can, it's tough to see, but a lot of the slips have the red as well and the green. So that was one discussion. The next, so we have a district that now is a little over 15,000 of voters, but we have, at the time, we had about 14,500, and of that, 36 out of our 101 slips were voting Port District taxpayers. So that was the question. How do we fund this? How do we pay for this? And explain that to our taxpaying district. So, we did an ad in the paper, we sent out to the media, we contacted everybody we knew, Shellfish included. We have what's called flopsies. They're floating up nurseries, and that was a new concept to our district. We have 10 of them. So we have oyster farmers that are in our marina, so we knew this would affect them. We met with them separately. We coordinated these with them. We had all these meetings outside of our regular meeting time just to make sure we were hitting on everybody that we could to ask that question. What do you think as a taxpayer? Come to our meeting, let us know. Do you think this is a good venture? Should we pay for this stuff? Would you want your tax dollars going to that? We did a survey. We asked people if they were willing to pay higher mortgage rates. If they were a marina tenant, were you willing to pay $300 more a month? Or, I mean, it was outrageous. So we tried to do all this. The majority of those that attended our meetings, we only had probably a handful, maybe 2, 3, 4 people that were just district members, maybe 5. The rest were yacht club members. They were tenants. This is very near and dear to them. Before the port, we've always owned the marina, but they managed it up to 2007. We took it back, the management. So they were the ones that were loud and were vocal and saying, you have to do the dock, you have to keep us there. We made them upgrade their boathouses to a certain standard, etc. So we helped questions. We just kind of started with 3 alternatives and asked if there were any more. One was to sell. What would that look like? One was to just continue, go along and do the upgrade. The third was some kind of a partnership or joint venture, which immediately sounds great. But when you get to that point, you think, how would that work? We kind of already had that. We used to lease the marina to them, and not all the maintenance maybe was done, or vice versa. They thought we weren't doing anything. So it sounds good, but it wasn't necessarily a great alternative, but we asked. So we kind of studied the pros and cons and what that would look like. Suddenly, I was approached by a couple members of the Shelton meeting. This was following our 3rd community forum. I said, sure. I expected them to say, we'd like to lease the marina again. And they actually said, we want to buy the marina. And I think my jaw hit the floor. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is like a best case scenario. And actually, that's kind of how it's turned out. We ended up December 18, 2018. My commission actually authorized me to sign purchase and sale agreements with Shelton Yacht Club. And I'm not telling you we sold it for a very big profit. We sold it to gather liability. It was more or less end. We sold it as a win to the community, and the community access still provides as public access. We just formally, the bottom picture is on May 2nd, we actually signed the closing documents. It took us that long from December to May. to get DNR. We were in a port management agreement, as I'm sure many of you are, and to undo that, we were the first in the state that ever terminated a DNR port management agreement. So we had to terminate that, and meanwhile, the yacht club had to create aquatics land lease, and that can take up to a year. DNR worked with us, and they said they'd do a short-term one to get this process closed, because at this point now, from February 1 on, we were leasing the property in full maintenance, just like they had purchased it already. So the transaction is complete. And I really think I'm going to ask and just give a really quick overview of their thoughts on this process, because they were not all for this. This didn't start out as, yeah, we're all let's sell. I was probably the biggest proponent, but I think it's a win for us. It's a win for the yacht club. It's definitely a win for the community. And they've got visions to do much more than we could ever dream about with private work, contractors, that kind of thing that we couldn't do. So, Dick Taylor.
Well, I'll start off because I've been here the longest. I started 8 years ago, and when I came on the board, the other two commissioners in the previous commission were grumbling about the marina. You know, the thing is a money pit, we're pouring money into the bay all the time, and we need to sell the thing. And I thought, baloney, we're a port. We gotta have water, you know? And I was not in favor of ever selling the marina, but as my time in office progressed and I saw what was going on with it, it was becoming clear that we needed to do something. So I'm a slow learner. It took me about 7 years to learn to decide that we probably should do something and sell it. And working together, we were able to do that.
I thought part of our story was compelling because we did all three come to it with a different perspective in mind. And yet, I think with Wendy's leadership too, we did a great job of keeping our mind open to whatever might happen, might happen. I've lived in Shelton my whole entire life, and I couldn't imagine the yacht club not being the yacht club and being owned by the port. I mean, I couldn't imagine that happening. But when you see the details of the financial stuff, and you see that the Port of Shelton, which is we're not a countywide port, we only represent a certain amount of folks, and we were sinking money into this entity every month, and it really only benefited those 101 people, and then whoever threw their kayak in from the boat launch. And so I was really passionate about, let's find out what my fellow Shelton people think. And so the forums to me were really interesting. I wanted to know, do you want us to continue to do that? Or do you want to, but the business part of me was saying, we gotta cut this thing loose. This is just not doing a port job at all. And so as I moved about the community, I just started asking everybody I ran into, it's costing money, are you happy that your taxpayer money is going to benefit for the yacht club? And so to me, it was interesting. I probably came on the commission as a selling person, as a business owner. I just didn't think it made financial sense. But it was interesting to go hear from the public what actually they really thought.
So I want to assure all of you that I recused myself from every discussion, every vote, and every action taken on this. But I do have an opinion. The first part of the process, I spent assuring the tenants that no, we are not selling the marina. No, don't. You need to upgrade your boathouses. You have all this investment. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. And eventually, through the process of watching the negotiations and listening, I think that I'm particularly proud of the yacht club for immediately saying, we will keep it public. We will not make it a private, ritzy, whatever club. We will keep the commercial oyster growers in effect. And at the same time, I was severely disappointed in the public and their lack of response or caring. We had no questions. We had no concerns. We had no big meetings with arguments and whatever. So in the end, it was the will of the commission, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, and life goes on, and it looks like it's going to be a great thing for Mason County.
you, commissioners. So moving on, that's not our whole focus, obviously, and I'm not going to take. We're lucky enough, we really, not only was this a great partnership, I know he's not in the room because he told me he had to fly out today, but John Sitkin was vital in this sale. He is very much a marina, knowledgeable on marinas, and we used him even to the date of signing. He was in France and he was still answering emails for us. So thank you to John. Anyway, we rely on our partnerships, and you can see this photo, the right-hand side, we are getting a YMCA, and that is a huge part of my three commissioners, but Sue Patterson sat on that board, continues to be on that funding board, and they've raised, what, $14 million at this point? So we're getting a YMCA, that's huge for Mason County, she was a huge part of that, and then the photo down below, for most of you pilots out there, you know that we have Cahouston, Skydive Cahouston, and they're a big revenue generator for our area. They bring lots of people to live in the area and to the business itself. Some other things that you may not know is we lease out our inactive runways. This is a closed runway, probably will never be open again unless we do it ourselves. The FAA won't fund it, it's a crosswind runway. But we lease it out for one of those you may have been to. That's Oyster Fest. They leased the space. They used to be at our fairgrounds, which now is no longer there. All the buildings are down. That was right in the active runway. It was aviation reserve property, so we had to take that down, but we offered this site to them, so it's a pretty cool photo, courtesy of Oyster Fest. They are, gosh, what do I have on them? They are the biggest charity fundraising event in the South Puget Sound. It's put on by the Skookum Rotary Foundation, and it was started just over 30 years ago by one gentleman who wanted to extend the tourist season into October. It's the first full weekend in October. If you haven't been, it's fantastic. Just go early. We also lease out the property to varying car clubs. They love this site. It's a flat surface where they do autocross. We have Corvette clubs. We have Puget Sound Enduro riders. We have many Vipers, all different kinds of clubs. Ed Shadle actually passed away this last fall. He had stage 4 cancer. But he has been a continued user. He has the American Eagle jet car. He's trying to get the land speed record to go over 800 miles an hour by not actually flying away, but actually being strapped down. So he's been working on this for some time, and they're continuing that effort, and they're coming back to our runway. And also RC Flyers, I mentioned them before, they use our inactive runway. We're also thrilled that we've been different partners with Curb. One was an old mill site, the one on the far right. So it was just putting walls on buildings that were just half walled. They all had lots of, in mills, when they add a machine, they just put footings right around the machine, and so a lot of that has to be taken out. Lynch Creek Farm was a tenant there in the middle there. And they had some paving and some loading docks, and this is all courtesy of the Curb funding. Great program. If you haven't used it, I highly recommend it. And then, as I mentioned, our XT Belco, they are in line. We're just doing some engineering and looks at what they're going to do. They're going to build a building now. They're possibly looking at an existing site to lease with that funding. We're very proud of our award we got in 2017 for community outreach. Of our efforts, we have a local radio show, and we're on there weekly, pretty close to weekly, and it's called the Port of Call. We're able to promote positive messages about what we're doing in the community, things like selling the marina, for instance, and we're going to have the yacht club on there to talk about their future planning. So what's coming in 2019? Let's talk about this. Runway pavement overlay and taxiway edge lighting project. This is huge for us. It's almost $4 million. We're getting discretionary funding to do that, so we're excited. This will actually take the pavement further. You'll see the active runway will be probably out of commission for about a month, we're hoping. We're trying to talk the FAA into letting us use the taxiway for our runway during that time frame, because it will be probably August, and unfortunately that's a high time to be flying. Good weather. This is a great project, and we're really excited to have been fortunate enough to get into the funding. circuit to get that $4 million. It's really big for us. We're just trying to figure out how best to pay for it, because the contractor wants to be paid, and we're like, we have the money in the bank, but how do you write that? And then so fear that it doesn't get reimbursed quickly, so. And this is just a look at, if we did a taxiway, what that would look like. There's some things we would have to do, maybe custom trees, et cetera. So I think, because we don't have a marina anymore, we're changing our logo. We're going to be doing this year. Promoting possibilities. We're going to be most likely using some format of that Port of Shelton. I think maybe with some arrows somewhere, but stay tuned. That's coming.